Hey, good afternoon, friends. Today is Friday, July the 19th, 2024, and the time now is 3:24 p.m. Should Joe Biden step down? Once again, I'm going to repeat that question. Should Joe Biden step down? That is the question that a lot of people, especially those in the Democratic Party in the United States, are asking. And Democratic leaders or elites, the donors, and many who are heavily invested in the party and the party's victory, they are basically scrambling, okay? Trying to get Joe Biden to step down or trying to basically mend the party, trying to correct some of the mistakes or basically to heal the wounds, okay, or to treat the wounds which were caused by Joe Biden's disastrous debate with Donald Trump or against Donald Trump. Also, these wounds were caused by the many recent victories that Donald Trump had been winning or getting, okay, for the past, let's say, 2 weeks now. Should Joe Biden step down? Now, that is a very interesting question, but I do believe it depends. First of all, it appears as if there is infighting in the Democratic Party between Joe Biden and the regular average Democrats, those who go out and vote, between Joe Biden and other leaders, okay, or with Joe Biden and other leaders, and within and among the elite group of the Democratic Party. And they are so far demonstrating stupidity. With the question of whether Joe Biden should step down, perhaps Joe Biden should have stepped down a long time ago. I think this is a demonstration of stupidity that the Democrats allow Joe Biden to still remain in power and to still remain the leader of the party. They should have convinced him a long time ago before the obvious disasters that Joe Biden is basically causing for the Democrats and for himself and for the United States to be out there visibly for the rest of the world to see and for the rest of the United States, the American people to see. And it is this demonstration of weakness, of age, of dishealth or unhealth, okay, lack of health, that is basically driving lots of Democrats away from Joe Biden. In addition to what is happening in Ukraine and in Gaza, in the Middle East. So, yes, I believe that Joe Biden should step down, but he should have stepped down a long time ago. Now, in terms of the infighting, it has come to the point where I saw something earlier today that Barack Obama is currently in consultation with Joe Biden to have him step down. So prior to that, there were talks about the idea that Michelle Obama should be the front runner for the Democratic ticket. And they were basically saying and also presenting facts or polls out there that shows that Michelle Obama is the only Democrat who could flat out defeat Donald Trump in the presidential election in November. Now, there is a problem with that. Having Michelle Obama being the front runner means jumping over Kamala Harris, which in itself will basically destroy the Democratic Party. What the Democrats are doing is basically airing their dirty laundry. They are exposing themselves, their weakness, okay, in the public. And they are showing disunity. Had the Democrats been Republicans and the Republicans are Democrats, or let's say that if the parties and the candidates switch side, Joe Biden is a Republican and he is Donald Trump, still healthy. Donald Trump is a Democrat and like Joe Biden. And let's say Donald Trump is still old. He is the Joe Biden of today. Not only he is doing some chaotic stuff, but let's say his health went to the point where he even defecated himself. Republicans, I believe, will still support their man. I would dare claim that many Donald Trump supporters will even defecate themselves in public as a means to show support. In my previous video or program, I state that the only way Donald Trump could lose the presidential election in November is that if tapes come out of Donald Trump fighting a one-day-old baby and beating the brakes out of the baby, just punching the hell out of the baby, and the baby is bleeding all over the place. I believe that Republicans will support Donald Trump either way. And many will claim that, in fact, the baby was a demon baby attacking the United States and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump was the only one standing up to the baby and fighting the baby, defeating the demon baby to support himself and protect and defend the United States. The Republicans, no matter what, they support their man at all costs. What the Democrats are doing with Joe Biden is basically sowing disunity, and to an extent, it is outright disrespectful. Yes, Joe Biden should step down and should have stepped down. However, the manner in which the Democrats are doing it is disrespectful and it shows disunity. What they could have done and should do is talk to Joe Biden, talk to the Biden family and children, talk to Joe Biden in private. The fact that you say and I say and he say and she say is coming out about what is going on behind closed doors in the Democratic Party is just wrong, stupid, and unprofessional. Yes, Joe Biden should step down and should have stepped down, but they should talk to him in private. And what they should do is write a good speech for the man. Let him come in public and greet and speak to the American people. For example, in his own way, as Joe Biden can speak today, in his age and health, or with his age and health. My fellow Americans, blah, 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 blah. I appreciate the fact that you've trusted me to lead this wonderful country, blah, blah, blah. I cherish the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And I want to continue to serve this beautiful country, okay? And keep these states united, blah, blah, blah. However, my friends, compatriots, fellow citizens, due to my health, I am unable to serve you. So as a result, I will step down as the leader of the Democratic Party and as the President of the United States. I will not contest in the upcoming presidential election. My second, Kamala Harris, blah, 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 will take the leadership of the party, okay? Will contest the election, and I ask you to support her to win the White House. As much as I am older and cannot and will not serve again due to my age and health, I am still strong in that I will continue to remain connected to the party and to the country and offer my support and wise counseling to the future President of the United States, the Congress, the rest of the government, state, local, and federal. Once again, my fellow American, thank you very much for all that you have done for me and for giving me the opportunity to lead these United States, blah, blah, blah. Such a speech will go a long way. Lots of people will go crazy for that speech. Okay? Wow, Joe Biden, yes, he stepped down. Wow, he wants to serve because of age, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that the Democrats are coming at him, the fact that they are coming at him, trying to force him to step down, yes, they should do that. But the fact that it is coming out in the public, it shows disunity and chaos in the Democratic Party. And I don't know how truthful it is that Barack Obama is involved, but I basically thought he is one of those persons or people in the party who should know better and who should use his wiseness and strategy to make sure they motivate Joe Biden to step down by showing respect and lessen the damage that has been done. Because what is happening right now is continue to make more damage for the party. And if it is continue, let's say even if Joe Biden end up stepping down, there isn't enough time for Kamala Harris or whoever it is to lead the party to get in the position and basically gain momentum for the election. So the Democrats, yes, they should motivate Joe Biden to step down, and Joe Biden should have and could have stepped down a long time ago, but he didn't. Now, on the side of Joe Biden, it shows carelessness, stupidity, and ego. It is an ego issue, okay? He should know better. He should know that he is old. He should know that he is not strong and that he is not healthy and should step down respectfully. However, he should continue to offer wise counseling to the young leadership. And this, to an extent, is what Trump demonstrates with his new pick for vice president. J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is only 39 years old. Donald Trump is about, 72 or so. He's an old guy, and I do feel as if he turns out to become Joe Biden in health, he is going to be much more chaotic. But what did he or who did he choose? Someone who once called him Adolf Hitler of America, but he is a radical Republican and he is young. So once again, Donald Trump and the Republicans, unlike Joe Biden and the Democrats, seem to be able to combine youth and strength and health with age and unhealth, combining them in what we are going to be seeing or what we are seeing now as the Trump J.D. Vance possible presidencies, okay, or their front ticket. Now, it is very interesting that just recently, J.D. Vance referred to Donald Trump as America's Adolf Hitler. But then now he was chosen as a running mate for the presidency in the United States. J.D. Vance is young. He is 39 years old. He has a long life ahead of him. This means that if Trump wins, J.D. Vance, basically, anything happening to Trump, he is going to be taken over. And he is going to be leading the Republican Party for a long time. So, as much as the Democratic Party has its own issue, okay, with likability, the Republicans do as well. Because Republicans also, other than Donald Trump, do not have good, strong figure to win an election. So it seems as if this is how they are prepping people like J.D. Vance. But one thing too is that many people who run against Donald Trump, okay, basically came about supporting him once he appeared to be the front runner for the upcoming election. There are many who he could have chosen, but he decided to go with J.D. Vance. But J.D. Vance is already saying some crazy things out there, which I am going to be talking about in upcoming videos, talks, or programs, however you want to say it. But let me go back to Joe Biden with the question, should Joe Biden step down? Yes, Joe Biden should have stepped down a long time ago. Yes, Joe Biden should step down. But I do believe what is happening today in the Democratic Party and with Joe Biden is ego at its worst. Joe Biden should know better. He is an old person and his health is failing him. His health is also failing the party. the party had been experiencing a whole lot of nonsense recently. Under Joe Biden's leadership of the United States, the U.S. is failing in Ukraine. You have a situation in Gaza which a lot of Democrats do not like. By Joe Biden stepping down, at least in the fact that he is unhealthy, that I do believe could save the Democrats a little bit, basically undo some of the damages that Joe Biden had caused. But then on the Democratic part, okay, in terms of the leadership and everybody else, as much as they should have forced Joe Biden to step down a long time ago, they should continue to do that. However, do it respectfully and prevent what is happening behind closed doors coming in the public. They should basically demonstrate restraint, and they should punish anyone who basically go out there and talk. Everything should be done secretly, but very fast. Okay? Now, in terms of the ego, whether we are talking about Joe Biden's part or the stupidity of the Democrats, Democratic leadership and others, it seems as if what is happening in the United States, it seems as if it is a move, an organized move out there to prevent Kamala Harris from becoming a president. Okay? Kamala Harris becoming a president of the United States, which could happen by default because Joe Biden is unhealthy and he is old. If that happens, it means that a woman of color, a black woman, a South Asian woman has become a president of the United States. I do believe a lot of people don't want that to happen, especially given what happened in the United Kingdom with Rishi Sunak. A lot of people despise him, not because of his incompetency or awkwardness. I believe a lot of people despise him because he is a South Asian, he is an Indian, he is a person of color. And it seems like that is a sentiment that is happening right here in the United States. Honestly, I was thinking that Donald Trump was going to choose people like Vivek Ramaswamy to be his running mate, but he didn't. And prior to the convention, the Republican National Convention, which is ongoing, there are people, even figures such as Ann Coulter, who basically grilled Vivek Ramaswamy because of the fact that he's an Indian, South Asian, and an Hindu. Okay? In rallies out there, many were going at Ramaswamy for the fact that he is not a Christian, he's an Hindu, he is an Indian. So he should have, I do believe, been chosen by Donald Trump as the front runner, okay, the running mate. But he's an Indian person. He's a person of color. Many Republicans, conservatives, and those extreme in the far right do not want that. And even right now, they are basically grilling and angered by the fact that J.D. Vance's wife is an Indian or a South Asian. They don't want that. But I do feel as if J.D. Vance is much safer because his wife is basically just a wife, a second lady. Ramaswamy being a running mate of Donald Trump, something happens. Let's say Trump, because of age, pass, or health take the best of him in the future, as health is doing to Joe Biden. It then means that an Indian and South Asian person automatically becomes the president of the United States. I feel as if many don't like that and do not want that. And this is why they choose people such as J.D. Vance. In addition to the fact that he's an intelligent person, he's educated, okay? He's interesting. Now, many things are being said about him, which I'm going to talk about in the future. But guys, I'm coming to the end of this program, video or talk, however you want to say it. Therefore, thank you very much for being a part of the Echoing Voice community. I appreciate the fact that you are a part of the Echoing Voice community. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace.